There's something so beautiful when you get to a state of being where it's so easy for you to hear when your higher self is speaking to you. It's so easy for you to hear your intuition and to actually like listen to it. You know, when you get to a state of being where you fully trust yourself and you trust in the decisions that you make and you trust your energy, and I'm just gonna share a revelation I had yesterday. God, it was so emotional. Um, but so prior to that, I think maybe like a few days before that, I was like, you know what, I want to stop seeing people as like people because all of us are energy beings, right? So I want to remove that preconceived notion or that judgment, that you give a person before you even speak to them or even conversate with them. And I was like, I just want to rate people off of just energy, and then that will be my indication if I need to continue to conversate with this person or not, right? So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do, right? One thing about the universe, you tell it you want to try something, you want to test yourself, you want it to do something for you, it's not going to delay anything. It's gonna be like, okay, say less. So I had a situation a few days later that tested that, right? So um it's just one of those it was just one of those things where it's a situation that made me aware that there was a certain old frequency or like an old belief that I was still attached to that no longer served me, that I had to purge, you know? And it's crazy because even when that situation came about, like that person, their energy and my energy aligned so well. And it was just fun to be around them and everything like that. But um, I was like, yeah, that's all cool and stuff, but you know, um, I'm not ready to take or do anything about it, right? Anything further than that. And I had a chat with ChatGPT. Oh, she's a beautiful therapist, that one. Anyways, and I realized that I am being tested over here. I am being tested, and if I'm solely basing it off of energy and I'm seeing that person just for their energy, me and that person's energy align. No doubts about that. But it made me realize that I had an attachment to age. For me, I always felt safer and more secure with somebody that was older than me, conversating with people that are older than me and stuff like that, especially when it came to like the other gender. I think I take them more seriously. I listen to them even more. And I know people do say that, age doesn't equal maturity, and that's true. That is true. But I just think like, yeah, that's how I viewed it. And that situation made me realize that I still am attached to that old belief, which is something that no longer serves me because I actively say that I no longer want to do that. I don't want to have such judgments or such attachments. I want to see somebody for who they truly are, which is an energy being. And then from there, I can discern and see if the energies align, then we can chill together, we can have conversations, that's fine. But if they don't, then that means that we are not on the same frequency level and there's no need for me and you to continue having a conversation or just being in each other's presence, because at the end of the day, if I continue with that, that means that one of us's energy is going to be drained off of the other, and I'm trying to have people where I can bounce off energy from, where when I leave the conversation or I leave us hanging out and stuff like that, I feel energized. Like I feel like my energy is still with me. And it would be even a bonus if I feel like my energy has, heightened up, because I know that I do that for people. You know what I'm saying? So it made me realize that no, man, if I'm gonna do this, I need to do it. And it was very uncomfortable for me, but it's something that I dived deep in, and I have so much more clarity on it. And that's why I encourage like awareness, man, in this journey. You need to be able to, when situations come up, you need to be able to step back, observe, be the awareness of everything that's happening with no judgment, because that's the only way you're going to hear your intuition tell you. That's the only way you're going to see and know how this particular thing is serving you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, like even though you can be in your journey for plus amounts of years, every day is a new day. Every day, every present moment, you are recreating yourself. In every present moment, you are tapping into a frequency of some sort. Every day, you are manifesting. That's why you need to make sure you pay attention to what you pay attention to and what your emotions react to. But when you continue to build your awareness around yourself, you are able to now create from a point of no reaction, but simply just an observance, and I think that's like the most liberating thing of that.